Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Just today, I'm going to talk about staying up late and watching TV and YouTube until 5 a.m. in the morning while drinking, of course, and just what really the effect it has on you. Great at the time, of course. By that time, you're pretty drunk. I would imagine been sitting up all night just watching crap pretty much, and yeah, it just doesn't really have a good effect on many things. But for me, I used to love doing it. Not gonna lie, mine was YouTube as opposed to the TV. Just binge watch different channels, for example. Maybe watch live performances of music and just sit there quite comfy in my house. And I'm lucky to have a nice apartment here in Edinburgh and good views. And I just really enjoyed sitting there and getting hammered the whole night, pretty much. It would normally I think a lot of it's to do with the price of going out as well, but there's just nothing better than sometimes the darts would be on earlier on, maybe some sporting event like the football or the golf, and you just kind of crack a Guinness open, crack a beer open, start watching the TV, especially if there's not a lot going on. Most of my friends have got wife and kids now, etc., husbands and kids, and uh, the weekends aren't what they used to be 20 years ago, so a lot of the weekend nights, maybe just get a takeaway, catch up with a few friends during the day, and then you're, you crack open a few and get the taste for it. And I've got a shop quite close by, and doesn't help here that Uber Eats and Deliveroo, etc., actually deliver alcohol. I don't know if that's a thing in Europe or the States or around the world, but you know, you can just go on to Uber Eats and select what you want from a local shop, local store until about 10 o'clock at night. Probably last orders around 9:30 p.m. and they'll deliver it. So if I didn't have alcohol here, I would normally tell myself I'll have a couple of Guinness and watch the sports, and then that would snowball. And before you know it, I've kind of bottle a bottle of vodka. I'm thinking, there's nothing else to do. It's the weekend. I'm off tomorrow, and rarely do it on a school night. If I'm working the next day, but uh, definitely end up turning into a 5 a.m. session, sometimes a 3 a.m., sometimes a 1 a.m. But so detrimental to your health. And one of the things I think that's kind of really bad about it is the kind of impact it has on your sleep pattern. You have a terrible sleep as usual, no proper REM sleep, and I would just sleep the next morning until the next day until like lunchtime, maybe lunchtime 1, 2 o'clock, and that really has an impact on how you're sleeping for the whole of the week. I mean, if that's the Sunday night you can't get to sleep, and then on the Monday I'm absolutely knackered because I've been tossing and turning the whole time, and that kind of impact on your sleep's just a terrible thing to have. And not only that, but the physical toll it has on you. Everyone's got commitments to do it. Whether it's you're working or you have to look after your kids or look after or care for a loved one, or just that physical toll of the day after or the day after the day after the day after. uh, just that impact it has on your physical body, and it can't be a good thing to have. And another thing for me is that, which is one of the reasons I stopped after, like say once you stay up till early hours, which is like I say, it's great at the time. I loved it. I'm not going to sit here and start bashing it. I just thought there was nothing better than sitting up till 1, 2, 3 in the morning, just listening to music I love. All your worries are away. You know what it's like after a few drinks. You might have been worrying about stuff during the day, like we all do, about money and the future and people's health. And then 2, 3 drinks down, nothing's an issue. It wasn't for me anyway. And just sitting there 2, 3 in the morning, the world's nice and quiet. Nobody's going to phone you. You're not going to get an email that's going to upset your day because people are in bed. And yeah, sorry if that's a bit of a pivot there, but yeah, the I loved it, but the wasted opportunity. If I did go to bed at 9, 10 o'clock, I'd be able to get up and actually do stuff. And yeah, certain people will have different variations of how busy they are, but for me, I've always kind of, I want to go to the gym. I want to start and keep side hustles going. So I've got a few good side hustles of, good income, and trying to set up a few businesses as well, but they were always on the side burner. You think to yourself, if I just went to bed not drinking at 10 o'clock and got up, excuse me, at a good time, I could have blasted all this stuff, got this done, got that done, and went to the gym and, cooked my own breakfast instead of ordering a overpriced Uber Eats McDonald's breakfast, for example. It's just, yeah, it's just not really the best way, but it's another difficult one. I think a lot of people will have the same kind of same thoughts as myself. Like I say, I'm not going to sit here and bash the times. Let's say there's some of the times are just not great, but I think moving forward, the best thing to do is just cut out your life, because it's great at the time, but it's just something that you can't keep doing. Especially as you get older. It's fine if you're a young student. I love doing it, and you could wake up and get away with it. You'd wake up the next day, go get breakfast, right? What we're doing today. But as you get older, 30s, and let's say I'm 41 now. It's just something that you can't be doing. And I keep speak telling myself, like say, there's alcohol's a drug, as you know, and every time you look back to those events, you kind of think, oh, that was great doing that, but it's not really, it's not great sleeping the whole day and then you're punished for it on the Monday and the Tuesday, or if you're working shifts during the week or night shifts, or it's just not great that first 2 days back at work. And I just think, it's not really worth it, and it's not really healthy when you think of it, sitting at home yourself, getting hammered. Like I say, it's fine when you're younger, but sitting there and yourself, even though you're having a great time, is it really the thing you want to be doing? Sitting at home, having a whiskey in your chair, or cracking open a bottle of vodka, or you're on your 20th beer, having the one man, one person, one woman party. It's just not what we should be doing, I don't think. But yeah, well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's just wanted to share kind of my experience. It's kind of interesting to see if anyone else was the same. I've got a few friends who loved a late night self party as well, but it'd be interesting to see if anyone else was the same, and if you actually miss it or not. Because I don't really miss it. I had a great time at the time, but I think looking back, it's just something that we shouldn't be doing, and I certainly won't be doing. But hope you like this video. If you did like it, please like and subscribe. It does the channel wonders, and hope you have a lovely day. See you later on.